Hi, my name's Harry. I'm the CEO of MEng Digital. I've been working in the business for 10 years and we're a digital marketing agency specializing in building bespoke software, websites and doing marketing for the hospitality and travel industry. So a typical day might look like, we have two types of day. We have a hybrid day and an office day. So when we're all in the office, we'll typically all arrive around 9 o'clock or so. And typically we'll have a bit of a planning session, work out what we might be up to that day with regard to tasks and research and any problems that they're facing, anything that they can get some help from the team with. If it's more of a hybrid day where they're in working remotely, we might do that virtually via Google Meet or Teams or something like that. Other times when the project is quite research focused, so there isn't a huge amount to check in on a daily basis. There might be touch points throughout the day, but that planning, mapping process, the planning process might actually be more weekly or even bi-weekly. So yeah, it slightly depends on the project, depends on the student, depends how much guidance perhaps that they're keen to have, or are they actually happy to sort of step back and sort of take a project on and work for a number of days, just diving headlong into it. So it sort of depends on how the student wants to operate and also the nature of the project. So one of the projects that we're working on at the moment with our placement student is gaining a deep understanding of semantics and the information contained within online reviews. So we work specifically in the hotel and travel sector, and of course there's a huge amount of user-generated content, online reviews, etc. So much of that contains incredibly valuable information. In terms of goal setting, because it's project-based, we can actually spend the first few days or weeks of the placement actually mapping out exactly what we want to achieve throughout that process. And it is unique to each individual student and each individual project. So the data science element of that is to really unpack the content, the semantics, the meaning of those reviews, and using that for business intelligence. To take that a step further, we're also using tools like generative AI, ChatGPT or GPT-4, etc., to sort of build on that data set and be creative with that information. So actually creating marketing material on the back of what users say that they enjoy and learn about and love about the business. I think the most value that a student can really get from these placements, this whole program in general, is the ability to combine real-world commercial application to the deep subject specialisms that they're learning. So, data science and engineering, of course, incredibly deep knowledge verticals, which have huge array of different commercial applications. But until you dive into industry and actually see what companies are doing, what different industries are requiring, it's quite hard to connect the dots. And so you might academically have a deep understanding of something, but these placements allow you to bridge the gap between deep subject specialisms and actually what that could be applied to in the real world. And I find that knowledge so invaluable. I myself did a degree, but it was only really when I actually went and did internships and placements that I really realized what I wanted to do with that degree. So when we're interviewing at MEng Digital with prospective placement students and internship students, we typically try and find out as much as we can about what the aspirations of that student are. And the reason for that is because we try and package up our internships and placements into projects. It gives us something really valuable as a kind of wrapped unit from a research project or a development project, but it also gives the student something beginning to end that they can take away as really valuable work experience to take them forward into whatever role that is or life experiences going forwards. So the qualities that we typically look for in a student are really to be quite autonomous, to be quite a self-starter, to motivated, and also to think around problems. However, we do have a support network of different skill sets within the team so that they do have that touch point with different parts of the business. But the real value of it is because they actually bring a huge amount of skill set to the table. They're studying specialist topics and subjects that we might not have internally. So in a nutshell, autonomy, being a self-starter, being motivated, and also having a little bit of it doesn't have to be huge confidence, but confidence to ask questions. Those are the students that typically, I think, get the most value out of this.